Okay, so we have a typical sort of average question. So a shoe shop records the different sizes of shoes sold in one day. What will be first? The modal average. Now modal, if you remember from the introduction, is just another way of saying the mode. And I remember mode as MO, most often. So the number that comes up most often. Okay. So out of habit, I tend to rewrite the numbers so that I can see which is the most often occurring number, because sometimes if you've got say 50 numbers, it's not always easy to see. So our lowest number is 5, and I've underlined it, and we have 2 6's. And the reason I underline it is so that I don't miss a number. If you're one number out, then it will throw out the whole calculation. So we have 2 6's, no other 6's. So then 7's, we have a 7 here, and we have a 7 here. Now there doesn't appear to be any more 7's, so I have 8, which is here. I have another 8, which is here. So now I have 9's, so I have 2 9's here, so that's 9, 9, another 9 here, so that's 9, another 2 9's here, so that's 9, 9, and then 2 more 9's here, so that's 9 and 9, and then I have the 11. Okay, now some of you are probably shouting at the screen now, I've missed a 7, so I put that 7 in. Okay, see what I mean? It's very easy to miss a number. So now what I do is I just tot up the numbers I've got here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So I have the same number of numbers here as I do here. So that's always a good sign. So now I need the most often occurring number. So 6 occurs twice, 7 occurs 3 times, 8 occurs twice, 9 occurs 7 times. So even though these repeat, 6, 7 and 8 repeat, 9 repeats more than any other number. So I can say here that 9 is the mode. Okay, so finding the mode is very easy. All we've got to do is rewrite them and then see which number repeats the most. Now sometimes you can get a question where maybe 7's occur as many times as 9, in which case 7 and 9 would be the mode. So we can have 2 or 3 numbers which are all the mode. We could have as well, if we have the numbers 1, 2, 3 and 4, we have no mode because no number repeats. Okay, now the median, so it says what would the median shoe size be? And when we find the median, we rewrite the numbers in order. So this is what I've done here. And the median number, if you remember, is the middle number. Okay, but it must be when in order. okay, because if I chose the middle number here it might be 5, say, but that wouldn't be true because they're not in order. So what I do is, if I've got 16 numbers, half of 16 is 8. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is the halfway mark, okay? But it's not the middle number. This is also the middle number. If I count in with my fingers and cross off this one and this one, then this one and this one, and then this one and this one, I'll find I'll have 2 numbers in the middle. Okay, so I don't have 1 number in the middle, I have 2. So the middle number would actually be in here. So I add these 2 numbers together and divide by 2. So 9 plus 8 is 17. I then divide 17 by 2, which gives me 8.5. Okay, now that would be the median. Okay, so again, if we took these numbers here, okay, the median would be the middle number. Now there is no middle number here because we have an even number of numbers. So these 2 are in the middle. So I would add 2 plus 3, which would give me 5. I would then go 5 divided by 2, which would give me 2.5, which makes sense because that's halfway between 2 and 3. So that would go in there. Okay. Now the mean average. Now this is the average that we all have used through our lives, okay, and until now you probably never thought that there was any other type of average. That's just literally adding these numbers together and then dividing the number by the number of numbers. Hope that makes sense. So if I take my calculator, this is just a long-winded thing to do. So we have 5 plus 6 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7 plus 7 plus 8 plus 8 plus 9 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 and then plus 11. Okay, that gives me a number 128. Now I divide that by 16. Okay, because we have 16 numbers, so I divide by 16. Okay, and we get, surprisingly, we get a number of 8. So 8 would be the mean. Okay, so that's very unusual. Usually when you do this, we'll end up with 7.16 or 4.3, but on this occasion we've got 8. We've got a whole number. So I'm hoping, or I do hope anyway, that you can see that if we find the mode, MO, it's the most often occurring number. So we rewrite the numbers so that we can see what we've got. We can see here we've got more 9s than anything else, so 9 is the mode. The median, we rewrite the numbers in order, and they are physically the middle numbers or middle number, and that would give us our median. The mean average, we just add all the numbers together and we divide by the number of numbers. Okay, this is a bit fiddly, and it means that you've got to rewrite numbers and put everything in order, and you have to be hyper careful. Okay, so it's just practice, but it's very simple, as long as you know the difference between mean, median and mode. Okay, I really hope that helps, and just practice.